Welcome back to The Big Show. It's Alex Belford in Las Vegas, talking to the stars of the Strip and also finding nice places to eat. We've come to the Bellagio, to the buffet, and sous chef Jason Johnson joins us. How are you?
Very good, Alex. How are you?
I'm all right, yeah, really good. And had a lovely lunch, because the thing about these buffets is that you've got to keep it fresh, you've got to keep it warm, and you've got to keep it coming, because there's a lot of people. You've got probably the hardest job in cooking, haven't you, really?
Well, it is difficult to keep everything looking fresh and presentable for everyone coming in, but we have a team of professionals in the front and even more importantly in the back of the house that are working non-stop 24 hours a day trying to prepare everything and also to fire all the food fresh so everything comes out looking nice and crisp and neat, and when the people approach the buffet, not only does it taste good, but everybody eats with their eyes before they eat with their mouth, so it looks good also.
It's a difficult job, isn't it? Because you've got a big turnover of people coming in, and some people just want a quick rush lunch, other people want to spend an hour or two just sat here enjoying themselves. What are the rules then? How long does the food stay out? How much food is there? Give us some facts and figures.
Well, our food generally stays out. I think the average lifespan of one of the items on a buffet, it'll sit out there for about 30 to 35 minutes. On a busy day, it's less. On a slower day, it's a little longer than that. But typically, about between 4,000 and 5,000 people will come through our doors every single day. So, in order to maintain that, and with the size of the pans that we put out, obviously, those pans aren't going to last very long, because we're not putting out mountains of food. We're trying to put out small enough amounts that everything stays fresh and clean and proper.
It's interesting how it's changed in Las Vegas, because in the old days it was all about the $1.99, eat as much as you like. Now it's high end, isn't it? It's proper food and obviously therefore more expensive.
Well, there's a couple of the $1.99 or $4.99 buffets still scattered about Las Vegas. I'm very happy to say that we're not one of those, and every night we put out Kobe sirloin on one of our carving stations. We regularly have rack of lamb, duck breasts. We like to keep it more on the higher end and try to attract a more culinary and type personality to our buffet.
And there's a choice of everything. There's breakfast at lunch, there's pizzas, there's burgers, there's salads, and then you've got Asian food as well. Some of it's to my taste and some of it not, but the point being you can pick and choose.
Well, when you plan the menu for the buffet, you have to plan for who's in the casino. So a large clientele that comes to Las Vegas and frequents our casino is the Far East market. So obviously we need to have good offerings that represent that part of the world. And obviously everyone loves a good quick breakfast. So we have our omelet station, which has shrimp, crab meat, asparagus, all different types of cheeses. Plus, we have a butcher shop in the back of the house where we make all of our breakfast sausage fresh every day, and not just for the buffet, but for Cafe Bellagio, which we average another 2,500 people through the doors over there. For our banquet department, so if we have a banquet breakfast, for room service, we do about 1,500 people a day through there. So, there's a lot of things going on where not only are we pumping out large amounts of food, but we're also keeping in touch with the artisanal roots of the cooking also. So,
help me with things like shrimp, because I know they're very popular on the buffets. How many of those do you get through a day?
Shrimp, we go through about 200 pounds of shrimp every single day.
Wow. So it's a job of keeping up and sourcing the food. Is that important where you get it from and keeping it seasonal as well?
Well, seasonality is so important, because if you're cooking and thinking seasonally, everything tastes fresher. It's more vibrant. It's really, for a chef, it's just the right thing to do. And when the people come through, whether they realize you're being seasonal or not, when they taste something that's in its peak season, it just tastes better. And some people understand it and some people don't. But at the end of the day, it's just good.
It's also frustrating to come to a buffet like this because it's also tasty and fun, and you never get around to eating it all. There's literally way too much. If you had a little spoon of everything, you still couldn't eat it all.
No, and actually our sous chefs and myself are constantly walking through and tasting everything to make sure that it's seasoned properly, that the sauces are finished right, tasting little pieces of the rack of lamb or the prime rib at night to make sure that it's cooked properly. And honestly, I don't have to sit down and eat a meal any day that I'm here. Just from the picking alone, I have to go to the gym after work.
I suppose it's like being in Africa, isn't it? Being one of those lions, just all day you're grazing on the food that you make.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
And the desserts, of course, that's a big popular thing here. Everybody enjoys the desserts. You presumably have a dessert chef who looks after and takes care of all of that.
Oh, just like with the butcher shop or the people behind the scenes, we have a world-renowned pastry team in the back of the house. And everything that is on our buffet is baked fresh. It's cooked fresh in the back every single day, and they're constantly keeping things fresh and coming up with new ideas and trying to keep it interesting for our clientele.
And of course, a lot of the casinos are doing eat as much as you can. Are you trying to offer something different? Because there's going to be a price to pay. If you're offering eat as much as you can all day for that kind of money, surely you can't provide as good a food as you can when you're charging more.
Well, I think some of the casinos have gone that route where they're charging one price and you can come back breakfast, lunch, and dinner and eat the same thing. But I think at the end of the day, the clientele and the demographic that we're pointing at, isn't just in it for just coming in and filling themselves up as much as possible. We're looking at it from a more gastronomic, culinarian point of view, and we're trying to push out product that we feel good about and the people can be happy about. And with my own experience, when I go out to eat and I taste something that maybe isn't just a run-of-the-mill, it's a little bit different, I tell people about it and I'm happy about it. It's an experience, and especially in today's day and age with the Food Network and all the magazines, the clientele is more informed. So, and I think that's who we're pointing at here. This is who we're trying to attract, and I think we're being very successful doing it.
Vegas wouldn't be Vegas without these buffets. I mean, there's a line as long as it could be outside at the moment for people trying to get in, and it's full inside. All day people are here. Vegas will never lose the buffets, and the buffets will never leave Vegas, will they?
No, I don't think so. It's too much of what Vegas is. And I mean, there's one other aspect of what makes our buffet amazing, and that's the people who are serving the food. We try to concentrate on bringing in just great people who are happy at their jobs and are engaging with the clientele as they're coming through the line. And I think that level of customer service that people typically expect from their server on the floor, here at the Bellagio, we're trying to give that to all of our clientele, from the people who are actually handing out the food and preparing the food fresh on our line also.
It's really lovely to talk to you today. Jason Johnson is the sous chef here at Bellagio. The buffet is tremendous, and if you want to get here early, because the queues start fast, don't they?
Oh yeah, I mean, they start at 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and maybe they die down a little bit in between meal periods, but they pick right back up again.
Very nice to talk to you. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you very much, Alex.